everybody, and welcome back to When We Try to DIY Baking. And today we are breaking our own rule a little bit, and that's that we're not really trying much today because we've already made this recipe. However, I am going to add something to this recipe that sort of turns it into trying. Today we're going to make granola, and I've made this at least 3 times now. It is my favorite thing to make and have in the morning. It is so good when you make it yourself, and I think I found the best way to make it. We are changing up just a little bit here today by using different nuts, and then I might add some brown sugar to the mix. I just want to try it and see what happens. I'm going to parchment this pan here. My new found trick is that you crumple it up so that it goes into the pan nicely. Our pan is ready to go. That's all you have to do is just put parchment on a big pan. Today we are doubling our recipe because I love this stuff and I keep having to make it. So we're just gonna make more at one time. So let me put my pan over here. I wrote this down so that I didn't have to keep going back to my phone. We're gonna use a small bowl and we're gonna put our wet ingredients in here. That does not include the salt and the brown sugar. Technically, those are wet ingredients, but they are not today. By wet ingredients, I'm just being crazy is what we're doing today, actually. So we're gonna put maple syrup, molasses, key ingredient, cinnamon and nutmeg, and vanilla. That is all gonna go into a small bowl. Doubling the recipe is a cup of maple syrup and a cup of molasses. Something I usually suggest to people if you're a fan of molasses, which I definitely am, if you can get robust molasses, it's a little bit stronger of a flavor and it's really good. They don't always have it at the store though, which is why I don't have it. If they have robust, I recommend getting it because it's very good. We want a tablespoon of vanilla, a little more than a tablespoon of cinnamon. So I'm gonna just kind of overdo it. A teaspoon of nutmeg. And I really don't think this is a science. There's a science to this. You can follow the recipe exactly and it will taste great. You can also add some things here and there and it's probably still gonna taste great. Just don't overdo it. But you know, if you put a little more cinnamon, but a little less nutmeg, or a little more vanilla, almost always tastes good. Not like a crazy amount, just like, oops, I put a little more than it said. That's okay, and it will probably still taste extremely good. We put the wet ingredients into a small bowl, and then we put the dry ingredients into a very large bowl, and then we pour this into the dry, and we mix it all up, and then we put it in the pan. That's it. So let me get my big bowl. I'm gonna use a half cup because I don't wanna wash, and then, so I'll just use this. We need 8 cups of oats. Again, I'm doubling my recipe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oops, making a mess as usual, 7, and 8. In the past, I've done pecans. I really do like the pecans. I don't like having to cut them. And at Gerard's, they have already sliced and toasted almonds. These are about $4, so it's a pretty good. We need 3 cups of these. There's, I'm just gonna put both of these bags in there. It's actually 2 cups, but 8 ounces? 16, let's see. 1, 2, yeah, okay, that's 4. That's 4 cups. I'll put half this bag in there. This other bag. I could do all of it, but I'll just do like half of it. About 4 cups of raisins, of which this bag is probably close to that, but I used some earlier, so I'm just gonna put what I have left over in this bag in here. Oh, maybe I have a little bit more than 4 in here. We'll just do that. Oh, nah. I'm just gonna pour this in here because there's not a lot left. So this is probably about 5 cups. These are the bags from Costco, so there's probably about 5 cups in here. But again, it's not an exact science on the granola because it's just kind of to taste what you like, and I'm fine with having extra raisins in it. So salt is an ingredient that I added because I like it to have a little bit of a salt taste, and I just sprinkle it on there. And we're gonna try some brown sugar this time. The reason I'm trying the brown sugar is because I believe in the oven it's going to help this sticking together. We're gonna mix the dry. This bowl is just barely big enough. We are mixing oats and raisins and almonds, sugar and salt. We're gonna take our wet ingredients and we're gonna pour it over this. Get that molasses in there. And we're gonna mix. We just really wanna make sure it's all coated. I can see there's some dry areas, so I'm just trying to make sure that I'm getting all of it. So just dump it in there. This is oh, look at all that dry. I still didn't get it. It's okay, I'll mix it. This is a lot of granola, but we're gonna spread it out here. Now we're making quite a bit of this, which means it's quite thick. So I am gonna assume it's gonna need to be in there longer in the oven. I have it set to 300, and I believe we put it in for an hour. I will confirm that, but because it's thicker, it may need to go in longer than that. So we're just gonna put it in there for a long time, and then we'll check it and see if it feels like, yes, it's stuck together, it's dry, it's baked, and it's good, or no, we need to bake it a little bit longer. So that's why this is called When We DIY, when we figure it out together, because that's what we're doing. We're figuring it out. Ooh, it's gonna be so good. Okay, I'll get back to you when it's done. Smells so good. It looks so good. I think it could go in a little bit longer. Okay, that was an hour. It's 30 to 40 minutes if you do the regular recipe. I decided to do it for an hour. That was still not enough. You can kind of tell if you just kind of touch it. It's not crispy and stuff. It needs to be crispy. So we're just gonna leave it in there and check it again in a little while. Okay, so it's starting to crisp up, which I do think is good. But then I started to think about it and I was like, what if it doesn't really all crisp up because it's too thick, which I think it is. So I think I'm gonna do this. Ooh, that was messy. I think that'll help a lot. We're gonna bake it Some more.
One million, zillion, jillion, dillion, cotillion times later.
I'm taking it out. And I also don't want it to burn, which I kind of feel like it might. So I think it's crispy enough, and then it will dry and be crispier. It smells delicious. It looks delicious. The raisins are puffy. But we're gonna let it sit for a bit, and then I'll show you how crumbly it is. I apologize if I look like a crazy person now, because it's been a long day and I've been doing this for a while and I'm tired. But this is beautiful. It's definitely crunchy. It definitely tastes wonderful. It's definitely crumbly, like not fully stuck together, but there's pieces. It's very good. Mmm. I love it when you get salt. So good. Please make this. It's my favorite. I've made it many times. I already said that. But it's so good. And I really like the almonds because I don't like cutting up the nuts. It's really annoying. And this I don't have to, and I like almonds and they taste good and it's lovely. So, with the salt, it's so yummy. This is wonderful. You need to make it. It's the perfect granola. Like, it is obviously stuck together. It is, that's one big piece. So it worked great. I definitely cooked it like way longer than it needed to be, and I had to split it up into 2 pans, but that's just because we were experimenting, obviously, because that's what we do around here, with trying to put it all in 1 pan, and that didn't work. Don't do that. I mean, if you have that much, you don't want this much of granola stacked up on top because it does not get crunchy. It needs to be in a thin enough layer to get crispy, but not too thin of a layer that it doesn't get clumpy. So, you know, you gotta experiment. You gotta try things. You gotta go, that worked this way, let's try it this way now. And then you perfect it over time. And this becomes, you just like, yeah, I'm gonna make this all the time. And I know exactly how to make it. I know exactly how much to make. And it's perfect every time. You know what I mean? That's how it's gotta be. That's how you gotta do it. This is near perfect. Like, I'm almost figured it out. This is the first time I've done a double batch. So we had to figure that part out. We tried the almonds. I definitely love that. It's getting more and more perfect, and I love that. So thank you for joining me. I'm sorry I said that I was tired like 5 times, because I definitely am that, but we're committed. We're doing this, we're baking, and we're enjoying it, and I really am enjoying it. I don't know if it sounds like I am, but I am actually enjoying the baking. Again, I'm just tired. I'm tired. But this is delicious. Go make it. Okay? Make it your way. Have it your way. Come on now. Have it your way. Be a rebel. Do something fun. Okay, I think that's all I have to say, so I'm going to put this away and go to bed now. Bye, everybody. We'll see you next time when we try to DIY and we bake something our way. I did it, and this is how much it makes. That was a lot. But let me tell you, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna give this to someone. But I'll go through this in like a little over a week. Maybe a little more than that. But with my yogurt, it's so good. And this, it's basically my cereal. I ate this with yogurt. That's my cereal. And then I have a whole nother one. It's so beautiful, and it'll last me a good amount of time. So I'm very happy about that. Yay. Who should I give this to? Okay, folks, we are back. Oh, I was gonna do this parchment. Well, I can do, I was gonna get my pan. Just a second. Always something. Really, all it is the wet ingredients goes into a small bowl. The wet ingredients. All it is that we put the wet ingredient. Why can't I say that word?